All right, I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. Stick with me. If you have this in your business, you could be doing better. If you don't have this in your business, as soon as you hear what this is, just cut off the YouTube and go implement it in your business. Why I'm qualified to talk to you about this is I've done it before. There's a $10 million award. There's a $50 million award down in the basement. The only reason I tell you is to let you know that I'm not a random dude just screaming on the internet. I've actually done a thing or two before, and hopefully this is helpful to you. So anyways, the thing that I'm talking about here is if you're a supplement company or you have a product that is renewable, then it needs to auto-renew, and that means you need to have subscriptions. And so if you do not have subscriptions in your business, watch till the end of this video briefly, because I'm just going to talk for a couple minutes here, and then go to your e-commerce platform, Shopify, and go download like Loop subscriptions or something along those lines and implement subscriptions into your business immediately, because you need it. Because in the game of e-commerce, a lot of times people are doing advertising and you have a cost to acquire a customer. You don't want to pay for that customer again. You want to pay for that customer once and then have that customer auto-renew and pay you. Because oftentimes what you find with the rising tides of advertising costs is that it's going to get more and more and more and maybe some more expensive to actually acquire a customer. So just cut it out. Just do it once and not have to do it again. And maybe a few more times, but geez. So you want to get that customer on auto renew, because if you're spending $50 to acquire this customer and then you're only making $50 off of this customer from the sale, you know, you're oftentimes probably losing because of the cost of the product, then it's a wash. That's an X and a zero. You're not making anything. But the way you would make some money here is get them on auto renew and wash in the beginning, but then have them stick around for 3 to 6 months and then win again, and then win again, and so on, so forth, right? Because they auto-renewed and now they want your product and now they're sticking with you. Oftentimes, this is the best way to increase the profitability in your company, because your cost per acquisition might be super high, especially if you're doing advertising, and having them auto-renew, especially if you have a renewable product, is the best way to slowly start to increase the magical term here, LTV, lifetime value, of your customers. Now this has another effect as well. If you build in a big subscription base, say you've been doing this for a while, and you do about $2 million a month just in renewed subscriptions, not even new, well, your business has a really high value, and then you could probably sell that business for a lot more than if you just focused on those first-time customers. So there's a lot of benefits of going after these subscriptions. And if you're watching this and you're like, this is basic knowledge, it's okay. It's all right. It's supposed to be. Just to drive it back home. But if you're watching this and you're like, oh crap, I need this. Yeah, you probably do. Especially if you're in the supplement space, because supplement space is so powerful, specifically health and wellness. I apologize, I can't talk. Because in health and wellness, the most important thing for us humans is health. And if you don't agree with me, just wait 1 second. Because if you lose your health, if you're on the other side of this computer right now or screen and you're like, oh, I'm good, yeah, whatever. The second you lose your health, meaning that something goes wrong with your health, like maybe you have a heart condition or cancer or whatever, everything else stops. Nothing else matters. Not even like your wife or your kids or whatever. Yeah, they still matter. But if you don't take care of you, what's the point, right? You can't show up. So that being an extremely big piece of humans making health extremely important, that means the problems that come, the solutions are extremely valuable, right? So outside of like the drug industry and stuff where there's all of these kind of boundaries to jump through, supplements are right there because you're able to offer oftentimes a natural solution to a problem that somebody might be having, as long as it's not too severe. So that being really powerful, and also could work against you as well, because that means if you're acquiring customers, you probably acquire a supplement customer a lot cheaper, then this is going to be a stretch, than a wheel for a car customer. The only reason I say that is because I have a dropshipping company that sells wheels, is because that that wheel customer, there's not a big problem that they want to solve, but the supplement customer, there is a problem that they want to solve. So you're able to scale this a lot higher than you're able to scale a wheel, for example, and you can't do wheels on recurring unless somebody's buying wheels every month. I don't know why they would. But you're able to scale this a lot faster. And so it's really attractive to put your foot on the accelerator and scale things up. But you're forgetting about the whole back end of your business, which is what I like to coin as MAT, marketing, analytics, and tech. The most important things, because this is like 80% of your business if I follow the rules of 80-20, and then advertising is a 20%. This often diminishes a lot faster than this does, because you're always having to renew, you're always having to make new things, you're always having to stay fresh, but you're able to keep a consistent marketing going in the background, and then a consistent check on the analytics, and then you're able to consistently upgrade your technology, and it doesn't need to change much, right? So once you build this once and you really focus on it and you tweak it and you tweak it and you tweak it, it becomes the most important thing outside of advertising, which will always have to be renewed. You could shut this off if you're doing $2 million a month in subscriptions and you have a 6-month retention rate, and you could just chill for 6 months. You could shut that off. That's why this is that important. If you needed to, I wouldn't suggest it. That's why this is so important to master. The marketing, analytics, and tech of your business, far more important than the advertising. Advertising is very important, but just know that this is what's actually makes your business. This is how you'll sell at a multiple or whatever it might be. Having the subscriptions built in, having recurring business, because that means that looks attractive to other people, and saying, oh, you mean I don't need to go break my back over bringing in new customers? Great. Or keeping customers coming in. So that is why that's so important, that MAT. So if you don't have subscriptions, get set up subscriptions on your store right away. If you do have subscriptions, I'm sorry for wasting your time. Keep doing what you're doing.